Can you guys say hi? I know you can say hi, right? Hi. Okay. So today we're going to tell you about the Three Little Pigs. Has anybody heard this story before? Raise your hand. You guys have? Awesome. Okay, but we have some things we need you to know before we can tell you the story, okay? Is everybody paying attention? Yeah? Okay, good. So, whenever you hear chinny chin chin, I want you guys to go like this. Okay? Can we practice? He touched the hairs on his chinny chin chin. Can you guys do it?
When you hear chinny chin chin, go like this.
Alright.
So you gotta be listening.
Our second thing is when you hear along came a wolf, you're gonna say, who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf?
Yeah.
Can we practice that together? Okay. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? But when we do that, we're gonna get on our knees and we're gonna act like a wolf. Can we do it? Get on your knees. I want to see your guys' meanness faces. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. Okay. And then, do you guys know what the wolf does in the story?
No.
Okay, there's 3 houses, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to help build the houses, okay? So when we build the house of straw, we're going to put it together like this.
You do it?
So that's straw.
The big bad wolf comes in, chomps it up, and blows it down.
Okay, and then we have the house of sticks, so we're going to build it like this.
Build your stick house.
Your stick house.
Good job.
And then the last one is the house of bricks. So we gotta pick up the bricks because they're so heavy. And we gotta stick them on top. Alright, so you guys are gonna help build them when that time comes. And then our last part is when the wolf says he's gonna huff and puff and blow the house down. You have to go. Okay, can you guys remember all that? I think you can. Okay, awesome. Okay, does anybody know what theme is? Does anybody know what that word means? If you don't, that's totally okay, because we're gonna learn. Okay? So theme is the big idea or the lesson of our story. So today we're going to use the 3 little pigs to learn about that. So pay close attention, okay? All right. Once upon a time, there was an old woman with 3 little pigs. She had no money to keep them, so she sent them off to seek their fortune. The first little pig was really lazy and met a man with a bundle of straw, which was the quickest to build with, and he said to him,
Please, man, give me that straw so I can build me a house.
So the man did, and the little pigs built his house with it. Can you guys help me build the house of straw? Do you guys think the house of straw will stand?
No.
Along came a wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. And he looked at the door and he said,
Little pig, let me in.
No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Do it.
So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in and he ate up the first little pig. The second little pig was really tired and he met a man with a bundle of sticks and said, Please, man, give me those sticks to build my house. So the man did, and the little pig built his house with them. He built the house with sticks, didn't require much effort. Can you guys help build the house of sticks? Do you guys think the house of sticks is going to stand up? No? Then along came the wolf.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. Big bad wolf.
And he said,
and get your preschooler. Kindergarten children will be coming to class.
Little pig, let me in.
No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Okay. So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and at last he blew the house in and he ate up the second little pig. Alright. Then the third little pig was strong and he wanted to do his best. The pig met a man with a load of bricks and said,
Please, man, give me those bricks to build me a house.
So the man did, and the little pig built his house with them. Can we build the house of bricks? Good job. Do you guys think the house of bricks is going to stand?
Yeah.
Soon along came the wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. And he said,
Little pig, let me in.
No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, but he could not blow the house in. Why couldn't he blow the house in?
Because it was too heavy.
It was heavy?
Because it was too strong, the bricks wouldn't fall down.
Yeah. And at last, the wolf stopped huffing and puffing, and he said,
Little pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips.
Where?
On Mr. Smith's farm. I will come for you tomorrow morning, and we will go together and get some turnips for dinner.
Very well. What time will you come?
6 o'clock.
Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips before the wolf came to his house.
The big bad wolf's gonna trick you.
Little pig, are you ready?
Ready? I have come back again and I got a nice pot full of turnips for dinner.
The wolf was very angry, but then he thought of another way to get the little pig. So he said,
Little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree.
Where?
Down by Berry Garden. I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll go get some apples.
well, the little pig got up the next morning at 4 o'clock, and he went off for the apples. He wanted to get back home before the wolf came, but it was a long way to Merry Garden, and then he had to climb up the tree. Just as he was climbing back and done with the basket full of apples, he saw the wolf come along. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf.
Little pig, you got here before me. Are the apples nice?
Yes, very. I will throw one down to you.
And he threw the apple as far as he could, and while the wolf ran to pick it up, the little pig jumped down and ran back to his home. The next day, the wolf came along. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. And he said to the little pig,
Little pig, there's a nice fair in Nicholasville this afternoon. Would you like to go?
Oh, yes. What time will you come get me?
3 o'clock.
well, the little pig went off at 2 o'clock and bought a butter churn in the fair. He was going home with it when he saw the wolf come along. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad
I'm not
wolf,
afraid
the
of
big bad wolf.
I'm not.
The little pig jumped into the butter churn to hide. Then the churn fell over and rolled down the hill with the little pig in it. This frightened the wolf so much that he turned around and he ran home. And later, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened.
Little pig, a great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me.
Ha! I frightened you then. I went to the fair and bought a butter churn. When I saw you, I got into it and rolled down the hill.
The wolf was very angry indeed.
I'm gonna climb down your chimney and eat you up.
When the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, he hung a pot full of water in the fireplace. Then he built a blazing fire, and just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig took the cover off the pot, and the wolf fell in. The little pig quickly put on the cover again, oiled up the wolf, and then ate him for supper. And the pigs lived happily ever after.
Sammy! Here's Sammy.
All right, guys. So does anyone remember what Miss Laney said a theme was at the very beginning of the story?
Start it over again.
Okay, so theme meant the big idea or the lesson of the story. So let's think back on the story. Why did the house of bricks stand and not blow over when the wolf was blowing at it? Yeah.
Because it's too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Too hard.
Yeah.
What do you
Not
think?
yet.
Everyone listen.
Strong.
It was too
Mhm.
strong. You're exactly right.
So, why was the house so strong? Did the third little pig spend a little bit more time on his house than the other two pigs? Yeah.
The other two pigs built their house out of what?
Straw.
Straw
and
and sticks. And so our theme of the story, so our lesson that we can learn is that taking your time to do something right pays off. So we're going to have you guys go and sit down at your tables, and we're going to think about the theme of the story. So taking your time, and we're going to look
Everyone should
at
be
the
here
coloring
now.
pages
So
on
we're gonna take
the
attendance.
tables,
That
and
would
we're
be
going to
great.
pick which one we think shows our theme best. Okay?
Do you guys understand what that means? So if we're looking at a picture that has scribbles all over it? Or when you're doing your morning work and you just scribble through it and just try and get it done as fast as you can? Is that what you're supposed to do?
No!
You're supposed to what?
You must go easy.
Take your time
Good
and
job.
do it right the first time so you don't have to do it again at recess, right? Okay. All right, go back to your seats, Lacey.
I'm at blue table.
Charlie, no, that's
That's my seat.
Can I stop it?
Yeah. Okay, so